Hi, I'm Crypto Dummy. Tonight I'd like to do something slightly different. In light of Donald Trump winning the US elections and taking office, there's been a whirlwind of information coming out from his executive orders to his press conferences. I'd like to put my 2 cents in on some of these items, but it's very hard to keep up with as it's happening. So I've also noticed on social media we've had an inundation of what you can only describe as engagement bait. Just simple questions. Do you support Donald Trump in this? Do you believe Donald Trump is that? What would you do if Donald Trump rung you right now? What would you say to him? So in light of this, I have decided that I'll structure this video as a letter to Donald Trump. Now I understand that he will never see this, and that's fine. And remember, this is just in jest. It's been such a whirlwind of information coming out of the presidential office with the executive orders and all the press conferences that sometimes initial reactions can be very emotional. But once you realise after a day or so what they actually mean, you calm down. But in light of this, I wish to have my 2 cents on a few of the things that he said. And again, this is not criticism. If anything, if Donald Trump was to see this, it would just be simple advice. Whether he would choose to take that or not is irrelevant. I believe that he can be the man we all need him to be. This is why I support him. Dear Mr. President, first and foremost, congratulations on your recent victory in the US elections. The hopes and dreams of so many now lay in your hands, not only in America, but many Western societies around the world. After such a long, perilous journey, your win is a victory for so many, but we still have a long way to go. As a loyalist and strong supporter, I have been defending your words and your actions since the 2016 election. My hope is that you will learn from the past. You will surround yourself in loyal, trustworthy people. You'll be mindful of what you say on camera to limit the ammunition from your opposition. As a loyalist, I feel it is my duty to speak up, to show how some of these things have been perceived in the heat of the moment. The first of which was your comments during a press conference about wanting to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I see this as irrelevant and trivial in the grand scheme of things, and was probably only said to provoke a response out of somebody. Now, as for the Panama Canal, I understand the terms and conditions that the Panama Canal was handed back to the Panama government. If these terms and conditions are not being met, then it is in America's best interest to take control of that canal. But of course, diplomacy should always win over force, if possible. Now to the Greenland and Canada comments made in the same press conference. As much as it would be a strategic bonus to the US and the region, I believe is unfair for both of those countries. Why? Because although I'm not American, as part of an allied country, Australia, we and many other Western countries are affected by the US politics and policies. We felt this during the Biden administration. Here in Australia, our parliament is run on a two-party basis, with both parties being as bad as each other. So I'd like nothing more than for you to come and liberate and give us our freedoms. But again, we've just lived through the Biden administration, and we all know that the Democrats could possibly get back in power in 4 years' time, meaning a liberation will be short-lived. In the lead up to the election, you spoke in front of the UN. In this speech, you said that if you were elected, it'll be by the people for the people, and that America will come first. You went on to say that all other countries should do the same, that their people must come first. So when it comes to other countries, supporting them to find their own liberty and sovereignty with economic deals that form an alliance that benefit both parties moving forward. This would not only set a precedence, it may look inviting to other countries to join such an alliance. And finally, to cryptocurrency. In the lead up to the election, I got excited when you said that you would back cryptocurrency, sack Gary Gensler, and make America the crypto capital of the world. I thought the first thing we may see would be the dismissal of all the fraudulent court cases put forward from the corrupt SEC. Followed strong legislation to back cryptocurrency and to protect the users of cryptocurrency. But we got a meme coin instead. Not just any meme coin. Clearly a deflationary meme coin set up to do nothing more than dump on a platform renowned for it. I know that we have a long way to go, and this could be done for reasons that I don't understand. And I know that some of this legislation may still be in the pipelines, but your advisors should know better. The new executive orders handed down are a step in the right direction, could go one step further, with acquittals from any cases from the corrupt SEC, such as companies like Coinbase, Ripple with their XRP, Hex and Pulse Chain from Richard Hart, and even a pardon for those founders of the blockchain persecuted from the corrupt SEC. I would also like to see investigations into the corrupt SEC to see how far it goes, especially in the case of Richard Hart, who, like you, has been persecuted and hated for being an advocate of freedom of speech, freedom of movement. And I'd love to know the answer to the question, is the SEC responsible for the Interpol red notice given to Richard Hart? And I'd also love to know how you feel about Finland going after taxes and funds, some of which could be from US citizens. Sacrificed funds and other money put into Hex and Pulse Chain is from all around the world. How does one country have the right to tax that? So that is my say on these matters. We all know you can be the man we need you to be. So good luck, Godspeed, and stay safe. And overall, thank you for your duties to the country.